Jandal just posted a new announcement about pet mutations coming inside the new Grow a Garden update that might happen either this week or next week, and I will be talking about every single thing about it and what could you expect and maybe what mutations could it be. So guys, watch until the end if you would like to know all of these things, and if you were to like and subscribe right now, that would be greatly appreciated as I'm trying to reach 4,000 subscribers. Anyways, without wasting any more time, let's get back into the video. Okay guys, so let's first talk about the announcement that Jandal just made inside the Discord server. Now this is quite a lot, so I will be splitting this through multiple videos. So anyways, let's get on with this announcement. So guys, if you look right here, Jandal just actually wrote an entire paragraph about the next update or the next two updates because guys, there's a bunch of things that I would like to be talking about, and one of which, first of all, if we go right here, we can see that this brings me to my last point. This weekend, we are going to be introducing a new feature in the game called Pet Mutations. So welcome Pet Simulator X again. I'm just kidding, okay? But this is a machine where you can put your level 100 pet, which is actually insane by the way, and get unique mutations with passive buffs, cosmetics, and don't worry, before you ask, we are adding craftable and buyable gear such as XP boost so you can get your pet to level 100. So guys, one thing I do want to talk about is this new level 100 feature, or basically pet mutations that they will be adding inside Grow a Garden. And of course, what could we expect? Well, first of all guys, if upon reading that message, one thing I did expect is something that is very hard to do already inside the game, and that is to get level 100 pets. Because guys, if we look at my inventory, for example, my level starfish pet is literally only level 72 despite it being there for around a week already. Now yes, that is not really that bad. However, for regular pets, for example, let's look up a disco bee or a random pet that I have. Okay, so this disco bee, for example, is literally level 41 despite it being used for around a week from last update. But anyways, that for example is very hard to do, and if you want to actually use these pet mutations, I would recommend on you guys trying to get yourself level 100 pets with the disco bee or any other pet that you have really overpowered. And one thing I would recommend on you guys getting to level 100 right now is golden labradors or any very common pets that are very overpowered, such as the toucan or other things such as the blood hedgehog. So guys, if you would like to be prepared inside the next update that will be adding this new mutation feature, then I would recommend on you grinding up these pets to level 100. And of course, that doesn't end there because now I'm going to be talking about this new gear thing that will be added inside the game, which will basically give you an XP boost. So guys, I will be telling you right now that if you actually want to have these pet mutations, I would recommend on you guys to literally save up on everything inside the gear shop. And if we go to the gear shop right now, you will see here that there are a bunch of things such as the watering can, the trowel, the recall wrench, the basic sprinklers, the advanced sprinklers, the godly sprinklers, the magnifying glass, and everything that's inside here. Then I would recommend on you guys to stock up on a bunch of these and these crafting things that you will need inside the game, as they will be adding new recipes and new crafting stuff for new gears that we will probably be using inside these pet mutations. Anyways guys, one thing I do next want to talk about is something that is crafting that new level 100 pet with the new mutations. Well, it will probably work something like this as the dinosaur eggs, and we can probably expect like an NPC like Graham, or they will be reusing this model about the dinosaur eggs for something new like this egg compressor we have. And if we actually trade any level 100 pet, or if it will probably have a new UI like this one where we can have like a new pet and then we can have and trade the level 100 pets in order for them to be able to have that new mutation. Anyways, as now that we have established on how it will probably work, we can probably expect other mutations as well, and I'm going to be telling you guys what mutations these can be. And of course, these are merely guesses, but of course, these are mutations that are pretty much highly expected by the community. Well, first of all, one thing that we could expect is if we go to our garden right now, we can probably expect that we can have a disco bee, and I mean not a disco bee, but we can can probably expect a mutation that will be lessening or just decreasing the amount, or basically decreasing the cooldown amount of any pet. Because if you look right here, a lot of pets inside the game do have these cooldowns, and they're actually insanely long, and I would recommend on you guys trying to get a very low cooldowns, especially for pets like these. But one thing I do want to talk about is literally the chance bonus of these pets, because if you didn't know, there are a bunch of chance bonus pets inside the game. Like for example, this Disco Bee, or if I search up the Chicken Jockey for example, then these are examples of different chance pets that we have inside the game, and they are actually very rare and very overpowered. Because like if I go to my honeysuckle right here, that is worth around 81 billion. We can probably expect this honeysuckle to have a lower base price, or if we go right here and we take off the zombified mutation, then we will probably only have around 70 billion, which will be taking around 10 billion off of this honeysuckle. So guys, this is very overpowered, especially for pets, and we can probably expect a mutation that does that. Anyways, one thing I do want to talk about next about these new mutations is probably going to be a size bonus, and we're probably gonna have a huge mutation bonus. And that is because guys, I was supposed to make a separate video for this, but if we go back inside the Discord server, we can see in the leaks channel, if we go right here, we can see that they will be adding actually a mega pet inside Grow a Garden. So basically guys, if you don't know what mega pets could be, if we go inside the game, just imagine this Disco Bee weighed like around 30 kilograms, and that would be an example of a giant pet, or quote-unquote giant pet. However, mega pets would probably be around 60 kg or maybe even 100 kg. One example of those mega or giant pets would probably be like Pet Sim 99, where they actually have huge and giant pets inside the game. Now, I actually don't want to touch that game right now because like literally it's a dead game, and I don't really want to play Pet Sim 99 right now. So guys, you can just imagine it for yourself. Like imagine this Disco Bee being the size of like around 3 of these plots or maybe 2 of these plots, and that would be an example of mega pets, and we can be seeing a mega mutation inside this Grow a Garden pet update. So guys, that would actually be really nice and really overpowered for the next few updates. Anyways, the next thing I do want to talk about as a mutation is probably it's gonna be adding a new mutation, or a very rare mutation that will be adding other mutations to your plants. One thing I am talking about is, for example, we have the starfish, and this starfish, for example, has a new category called the sea category. And with these new starfish pets, we can literally be expecting that these starfish can apply some other mutation, and that if that pet mutation does happen, it can be applying, for example, the wet mutation or the drenched mutation instead. And that would be really overpowered as we have new pet abilities. Anyways, the next thing that I do want to talk about is that these pets will probably be able to gain another ability, and that would be really nice inside the next update inside Grow a Garden. Because guys, if we literally look inside the game right now, there are a bunch of gaps between the pets, and if we look right here in view, there we don't really fill up as much space. And with this new pet mutations, we can probably be expecting a new ability, or something that basically adds a new ability for other pets inside the game, and that would really be nice, especially if it would work like an enchantment table or something like that. Anyways, comment down below if you are excited for the next update, and that is the end of the video, and why not like and subscribe as well. Anyways, until the next upload, goodbye.